Deemed as the greatest golfer in history, how good is Jack Nicklaus? Also known as the Golden Bear, we're getting into the career, legacy, and impact of this golfing legend. This will be legendary. Our team found countless articles from golf.com, Golf Digest, and ESPN. You'll be shocked by what we found. So how did this golfing legend start? At the age of 10, Nicklaus started playing golf, mostly by chance. Charlie, his father, would play golf as a means of staying active after breaking his ankle while playing volleyball. When he needed help carrying his belongings, he called on his son Jack, who became immediately engrossed in the game. Obviously, everything else is anecdotal. As he entered puberty, Jack started to rise to the level of national prominence, enjoyed by the best junior players. At 13 years old, he won the Ohio State Junior Championship, and the same year, he also qualified for the U.S. Junior Championship. When he was 16 years old, Nicklaus defeated the best Ohio amateurs and pros by 8 strokes to claim the Ohio Open Championship. Not only did he win the 1956 and 1957 individual state titles, but he also captained Upper Arlington High School to a 1956 state championship. While attending Upper Arlington, Jack played on the baseball and basketball varsity teams and was a 4-year letterman for both. In the latter, he averaged 18 points per game as a senior and was named to the All-State team. Jack made his PGA Tour debut at the 1958 Rubber City Open in Akron, Ohio, when he was 18 years old. After 36 holes, he was only 1 stroke behind the lead, and he eventually tied for 12th place. Following the conclusion of his junior golf career, Nicklaus contemplated numerous scholarship offers from universities around the U.S. Even though Ohio State University's golf department didn't provide scholarships, he still planned to attend the school in Central Ohio and study pharmacy. Nicklaus turned professional in 1961, and it didn't take long for him to make his mark. In 1962, at the age of 22, he won his first major championship, the U.S. Open, defeating none other than Arnold Palmer in an 18-hole playoff. This victory signaled the beginning of an era dominated by the Golden Bear. Nicklaus finished as a runner-up in majors 19 times and placed in the top 10 a remarkable 73 times. Whether it was the pressure of a playoff or the grind of a 4-day tournament, Nicklaus thrived in the most challenging conditions. His ability to perform when it mattered most was a hallmark of his greatness. So how good is Nicklaus? Is Tiger Woods a great comparison? Jack Nicklaus's career was unparalleled, and he played alongside some of golf's all-time greats. On a weekly basis, Nicklaus faced off against Tom Watson, Gary Player, Billy Casper, and Lee Trevino. He was even up against an elderly Ben Hogan. There were no players during Tiger's era that could compare to these. Even if you were to compare Phil, we would still say that he was never on par with these other men. Major victories are more numerous for Hogan, Player, Watson, Palmer, and Trevino than for Phil. Having said that, Nicklaus wasn't a pro when Hogan won any of his majors. Taking a look at his rivals, they are all absolute titans. Trevino, Watson, Player, and Palmer will be household names for quite a while. Compared to the caliber of players that Nicklaus faced each week, we do not believe that Tiger's opponents throughout his prime were quite as strong. Not even counting Seve Ballesteros, who Nicklaus faced in his final years on tour, is this list complete. In the same way that Nicklaus faced legendary opponents on a daily basis, and Tiger faced great players on a daily basis, I believe Phil will go down in golf history, but Ernie Els, Rory, Vijay. Certainly, these men are talented athletes, but can we call them legends? Even though Phil is a legend, who else from Tiger's time springs to mind? Considering the total number of majors won by the two players, we can come to a conclusion that Nicklaus was the greatest of all time. It's never easy to tackle the subject of who's better across generations. The game has evolved throughout the years with new competitors and gear. When comparing golfers from different generations, the only measure that really matters is the total number of major championships they have won. To give a better understanding on how good this legend really is, let's take a look at his swings. It was in the 1970s when Nicklaus's power off the tee became famous. Using a persimmon driver and balata golf ball, he could reach distances that modern tour golfers struggle to match. Nicklaus, needless to add, was a master launcher. When Nicklaus was on the backswing, his right elbow would peel away from his side as he swung to the top, a move that was frequently referred to as his flying elbow. A swing shape that went more around the body was all the rage back then. His enormous tee strokes were actually aided by what appeared to be poor form to onlookers. In an essay published in the May 1972 issue of Golf Digest, Nicklaus spoke about how his flying right elbow and upright plane were occasionally deemed as bad backswing form. Well, I could alter either one, but I'd definitely fall behind if I did. Hugging the elbow to my side would reduce my arc and consequently my power, Nicklaus explained. He also discovered that by swinging the club slightly more upright during the backswing, he could widen his backswing and rotate his body a little bit more. I prefer to keep my swing plane fairly upright so I can widen my arc, Nicklaus explained. By stretching the club as far back from the ball as I can without swaying and then stretching it as high as I can, I am able to achieve a much fuller arc than I would with a flatter plane where I swing more around my body. Nicklaus was able to put more speed and power into the ball, leading to longer drives thanks to his wide takeaway and complete body turn. If you decide to attempt a larger arc by gliding on a more upward trajectory, the initial challenge could be to lean or elevate your shoulders rather than encircle them and extend your arms, said Nicklaus. Nicklaus suggested keeping your spikes firmly planted on the ground and visualizing a smooth, one-piece movement with your club head away from the ball to avoid wobbling or lifting in the getaway. According to Nicklaus, you should aim for a coordinated motion involving your club head, arms, shoulders, and hips. Jack Nicklaus was known for his power off the tee, precision with his irons, and a seemingly unflappable demeanor on the course. His swing was smooth, yet powerful. His approach shots, often precise. But it was his mental toughness that truly separated him from the rest. Seeing his previous plays, no wonder he is called a legend. So what achievements did he reach at 83? Looking back, Nicklaus holds the record for the most major championships won by any golfer, an astonishing 18 titles. This includes 6 Masters, 5 PGA Championships, 4 US Opens, and 3 Open Championships. Perhaps his most famous victory came at the 1986 Masters, where at the age of 46, Nicklaus became the oldest winner in the tournament's history. His final round of 65, with 6 birdies in the last 10 holes, is often regarded as one of the greatest performances in the history of the sport. But it wasn't just about the wins. Jack Nicklaus was a model of consistency in the world's biggest tournaments. Over his career, he finished as the runner-up in majors 19 times and placed in the top 10 a remarkable 73 times. From 1962 to 1986, Nicklaus was a constant presence at the top of the leaderboards. He remains the only player to have won each of the 4 majors at least 3 times. His ability to perform at such a high level, year after year, is a testament to his skill and mental toughness. In addition to his major victories, Nicklaus won 73 PGA Tour events, placing him 3rd on the all-time list, behind only Tiger Woods and Sam Snead. His first victory came in 1962, and his final win was at the 1986 Masters, spanning a career of over 2 decades. Nicklaus was known for his powerful drives, precision with long irons, and a short game that could withstand the highest pressure. His total dominance on the PGA Tour is a testament to his all-around game and his ability to perform in any situation. His achievements extend beyond his playing days. He has received numerous honors and awards, including the PGA Tour Lifetime Achievement Award in 2008. And in 2005, he was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the highest civilian honor in the United States. Nicklaus was also inducted into the World Golf Hall of Fame in 1974, one of the youngest ever to receive the honor. His contributions to the game of golf have been recognized worldwide, solidifying his legacy as a true sports icon. Beyond the trophies and accolades, Jack Nicklaus's greatest achievement might be the impact he's had on the game of golf itself. As a course designer, he's responsible for creating over 400 courses around the world, many of which have hosted major championships and PGA Tour events. The Golden Bear's legacy lives on, not just in the record books, but in the hearts of golf fans around the world. We hope you like this video. If you like this content, click on the next video to explore our next featured golfing content.